super busy during this time. I just want to jump into something really quickly because I want to talk about something that happened last night at the round table. There was a bit of an unveiling, and for me this was especially kind of a big deal because it's been so bottled up in the Treehouse. Codename Steam was finally shown, finally announced, and it's one of the titles that I'm most excited about.
It's a great game. The whole steampunk style I think is fantastic. It's being done by the same team that did Fire Emblem, right? That has a lot of expertise in this strategy, action, turn-based style. I was reading some of the comments. It seems like the fans may not be understanding the visual style based on what we showed, but the game looks beautiful.
It does.
It looks beautiful. It plays beautifully. I think the team did a nice job last night explaining what they were trying to do with the game in terms of how to take this turn-based strategy and make it a bit more inclusive, make it a bit broader, invite more people in. But I'll tell you, I think that game is a darling of the show and will be a darling of the show. I know you guys are going to spend some time talking about it today on Treehouse Live, so I'm very excited about that game.
Yeah, I mean, something that I just discovered today, actually, while the dev team was up here, was the sort of coin system and the save system that it's got going on is this really unique thing. You know, you're talking about making it accessible to people. There's this notion of you can use the resources in-game to either save, to restore your health, or a more expert player can save that stuff to be able to get weapons or whatever later on. I mean, that's awesome.
See, that's why we do Treehouse Live, because that whole depth of gameplay that says, look, if I'm a more novice player, I'm going to use that in-game currency, if you will, to have my save points to be able to progress through the game. But if I'm core, I'm going to be holding on to all of that. I'm going to use it back for the weapons. And it's a different type of experience.
It is. It totally is.
And I think that was really well done in the game. I'm personally really looking forward to seeing that finished product and how it turns out.
Yeah, it's interesting that you mentioned the art style. Personally, I'm actually really jazzed to see more of it. I've had a blast playing it at work, and it's been really cool to chat about the art with the dev team as well, because they're so inspired by American comics, which are very near and dear to my heart. Like It's kind of appalling how many comics are piled up into my place. But the inspirations that they took as far as the American comic style go, they're looking at Jack Kirby, they're looking at Bruce Timm and Mike Mignola.
Full palette of stuff.
And it's these folks with this really cool, like angular, really sort of punchy style where you have these really awesome shapes. And I think, especially looking at a game where you're dealing with kind of like a sort of polygon style, nice big edges, this really distinct aesthetic. Going back to those guys, I mean, those are the masters, you know? You go from Jack Kirby, you're not going to go wrong.
Yeah, it really pops. Cool. I think the art style is going to be something that once you get that in your hands, I think it's going to be a big draw for people.
I agree.
Speaking of 3DS.
Speaking of 3DS.
You've got a 3DS issue here.
Yeah, so this is my 3DS issue, right? So this is my main system that I have. I've got a ton of street passes. I continue to get more and more street passes. I'm street passing with my own other 3DS. But the reason that this is such a challenge for me is that I've got, I've got all of these games that I've downloaded onto the system. I've got my Animal Crossing digital version on this system. I'm also starting to play Tomodachi Life. And then, of course, I have my super special number 2, Zelda Special Edition that I'm still playing Zelda on here, and I've got all of my other digital contents. So literally, right, when people see me on a plane, they'll see me playing first with my main blue 3DS XL, and then they'll see me playing with the gold 3DS XL. It's like, Reggie, what are you doing? You know, what's going on here? But I've got so much content. I've filled up 2 of the SD cards. I've got all of this wonderful content on here. So
and then one's the official me, and then one's the personal me. So you've got 2 me's bouncing around as well.
So here's an interesting story. So on here, I've got my own personally done me's. I tried to make them as similar as possible, but on the blue, my hair is a little bit darker than on the gold.
Okay.
So people out there are going to be getting two different Reggie-made Mii's out there. So hopefully they enjoy that.
One's limited
edition. Like you need some kind of holster system going on.
Exactly. I need a holster. I need a holster so when I go through airport security, it makes it easier for me because I can't tell you how many looks I get going through airport security. They see all the 3DSs. They see all of my other electronic paraphernalia, and then it clues them in. It's like, you're that Reggie guy from Nintendo, right? Yeah. You're that guy. So, awesome. But it's absolutely true. I play our games. I love our games. I travel with our games. So
cool.
It makes it fun. That's why I'm so excited about the 3DS Smash. Right? I'll be able to travel.
That's going to be our chance to train up and actually get in on some of the games at work, because I know a lot of the folks who play at the office, they're so hardcore and they're so good and they played for so long that any of us who are like, we haven't had a chance to play a lot of Smash, we want to,
but we're just
going to get totally trounced here. Like, having a little bit of practice time, I can like totally just take my 3DS out every once in a while, get some training in, then one day I'll be ready to challenge.
Exactly,
like,
challenge the masters. Like
yes.
Nate is killer up here. I understand Nate was up here playing against our winners from the invitation.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I also heard the funny story that, up until the time they started to play, Nate was, he was being social and being a nice, Nintendo Treehouse Live host. Right. But as soon as the gameplay started, he was all into the game.
It's serious.
It's very serious for him.
Sticking with 3DS stuff, I also want to talk really quickly about Fantasy Life, because that's something that I've spent X number of months with, and I think it's something that is also sort of unique, and it's something that people haven't necessarily seen in the same way Codename Steam is bringing all these sort of different elements together. I think Fantasy Life is doing that as well in a totally different way.
In a different genre, in a different way.
It's kind of Animal Crossing meets classic RPG.
Well, yeah, exactly.
With that, to have that sort of aesthetic, but to have that, it's a core RPG skeleton underneath that, it really allows you to play your certain way. The novice is going to be rewarded in certain ways. The core veteran gamer is going to be rewarded in other ways. And I mean, it just opens it up for so many people.
You've sold me.
Yeah,
you've sold me.
Deal.
Right.
Awesome.
I'm a huge classic RPG fan. The Japanese RPGs, I play a lot of them. The team knows I put in something like 900 hours into Dragon Quest. So nice. I really love the genre, and so I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to seeing how the combination of something like an Animal Crossing style gameplay meeting the RPG, how that's executed. That's going to be a good one for me.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's something that a lot of people have been wanting for a long time. To be able to take an Animal Crossing world and I can go out and fight.
Exactly.
I can go out and cast. I can go out and craft things.
The one thing I'm missing is I want to go kill monsters.
Oh,
why can't I kill monsters in Animal Crossing?
Well, yeah. There's no nap dragon looming in Animal Crossing, but we're running quickly on time.
Sure.
You feeling good? It's day 3.
I'm feeling good. So today is my day to go walk around, seeing what the other publishers are doing.
Cool.
Seeing what our competition's doing. So FISA is going to show up out on the floor, but it's going to be good. This is my day. You can tell my voice is starting to go. Right. This is my day to get out there and see what's going on overall on E3, and I'm looking forward to it.
Cool.
Right on. Well, and then we get to go home back behind our nice peaceful computers.
Yes.
I'm so looking forward to just getting back to work and letting my voice rest a little bit.
Voices have to recover. Yeah,
exactly. So, you guys have been doing a great job. I have to say,
thank you.
I mean, the entire team in terms of what we've been doing here. I know the fans have enjoyed it. The comments I've seen, the simultaneous views I've seen has been really impressive.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great to hear.
Great job.
Cool. Thank you.
Great job to the fans out there watching, too.
Thank you
yes,
for tuning
absolutely.
in and keeping up with us with all this craziness that we're showing you.
Exactly. And, that's what live TV is all about.
I guess so. Thanks for stopping by.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Thanks, Sam. We'll see more of you.
No worries.
Absolutely. You'll see more of me.
Coming up next,
we got Super Smash Brothers for the